Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Tanks Gaming. Today with another Tank Talk Tuesday. As you could see in the screenshot and the thumbnail, I have a new logo. A co-worker of mine used to be, before she started working at the same place I work, she used to be a graphic designer, and she very kindly helped me design this. Well, that's not completely true. She basically designed it herself because I suck at graphic design. How you all could see on my thumbnails in the past, even though I got a little bit better over the 2.5 years I'm doing this now, this YouTube thing. And I think she did an amazing job with my suggestions that I wanted to be the T for Tanks Gaming. And like a gear, because it's a lot of wargaming stuff I do, or with tanks itself, or with other games which has a lot of technical stuff in it. Also, the wings, I saw that on, I don't remember which channel it was, but I saw a channel who had wings around his logo, so to say, and I really like that, so I just mentioned it. And then she came up also with the crosshair, which with the red blood drop, you could say. I really like it. I really think it is something I was lacking. I mean, God rest his soul, my dad did a great job with the temporary logo, which was now going on for 3 years. Yeah, I mean, the eagle hat is nice, but because the eagle was my favorite animal, but it kind of looks like an NFL logo. I don't remember which team it is. Somebody pointed that out about a year ago. And still, I always wanted to work on a logo which identifies my channel a bit differently, or a bit more special, like, let's point it that way. So I hope you guys like it. Maybe we will still be working on it and do some little tweaks and so on if we figure out it is too big or doesn't really fit in as a watermark and stuff like that. But basically that's going to be my logo for the foreseeable future. Yeah, in the background you also can see a little bit of gameplay of The Division 2. Just so we have some background stuff happening in this video. Anyway, I also opened the channel on my Discord, Questions for Tank, and let's go through a few of those questions. There are a lot of funny questions, some questions they are just not worth answering, and other stuff. So let's start on the beginning. By the way, if you want to be kept anonymous with the question, let me know also. For now, I'm just going with the real questions, which I don't think makes anybody uncomfortable. I will mention the names or abbreviation of the name. Otherwise, yeah, let me know in the comment section if that's not good. So next time I will leave that away. So let's start here with the questions. So Dutch asks how old I am. I'm turning 36 this year, 4th of June. I probably will do try to do another 24-hour live stream, like a birthday live stream with different games and stuff, like I did the last 2 years, which I never managed to do a whole 24 hours yet, so let's see how far we got this year. And if I identify as a man, a woman, or an Apache helicopter, well, if I got those three choices, I would say the Apache helicopter. No, I'm a man, I identify as a man, so yeah, nothing special there. Then for standing asks, is Switzerland a real? Is Switzerland real, or is it just a German secret government conspiracy? As far as I know, it is a real country. We also have our own language called Swiss German, which is, well, some people would say it's just like a German dialect, but apparently Germans can barely understand us. Although in school we learn to speak High German, and we also use the German grammatics. So if you write something in Swiss German, there is no lexicon on how to write the word properly. You just write however you feel it's correct, and That's it, what you do. So there's no... Well, I bet there are a lot of government conspiracies, but it's not a German secret one. Yes, can't really remember who that is because it keeps changes the name. At the moment it says on hiatus. If Switzerland really took the Nazi gold in, and as far as I know, from medias as well, yes, we did. No, I'm not a real tank, Antoine. Okay, Patrick asks how it was to be in the army. Switzerland has the conspiracy law. No, not conspiracy. Conscription law, so to say. So every able-bodied male has to do his service in the army, which consists... they just had a change a little bit while back from Army 95 to Army 21. It used to be 12 weeks of basic training, and then you did 3 to 4 weeks refreshment course every year until you turn 40. Now it is between 12 and... Actually, no, between 15 and 21 weeks basic training. And then you still have to do the refreshment courses. But until you turn 32, then until you have done the amount of days you need to do. So it depends on your rank. Normal soldier, normal private has to do 300 days. Non-commissioned officers like sergeants, corporals, stuff like this, I think it's 450. Then first grade of lieutenants is, I think, 600 and something. And then it goes on to job like military. So you do it normally. I did 12 weeks in the old army before it got reformed in the 95, and then I had to pause it for 2 years because of an injury that happened during basic training. And then I had to do another 12 weeks basic training in the new army, starting in the 12th week, actually starting at the 13th week, where I was no longer mountain infantry. So the first 12 week I did mountain infantry, then I had a 4-year break, and then I did maintenance, so to say. So I had to clean the barracks and stuff like that. But overall, the basic training was really tough, especially because I was not in super physical condition. In the first basic training I did, which was pretty hard, pretty rough. But in retrospect, I really did like it. I do miss the army overall. Now that I'm way too old, and I did a couple of missions abroad, so I was basically done with my army time with 26. I had the days I needed to have, the 300 days, so I didn't have to do any refreshment courses, so I was just in the reserves, and I did give everything back a couple of years ago. When I was 31, the year before I turned 32. Yeah, but I really liked it, especially the time abroad, the 5 missions I did abroad. I think I have to wait 1 more year, then I actually can talk openly about it. We had to sign a contract and stuff like that. I have to check that. But it was an interesting time. Did get a lot of, what you call it, life, not expectancy, life knowledge. I learned a lot, and it was very characteristic building, I think. What's my preferred political system by Dutch? I would say democracy, but not the way the Americans have it. I would like direct democracy, basically like we have it in Switzerland. Not everywhere the same. I think Glarus has still the most direct democracy system, which is a canton, where you actually can go and vote and talk about everything in the government. Well, in the regional government. I kind of really like that. Yeah. What's my opinion on the decline of morality in a Western civilization? Well, that's a whole big question. That probably would merit its own video. So let's try to break it down. The morality in the Western civilization is definitely declining. There is no proof that it isn't. So therefore, I don't know. Is it stoppable? I don't think so. And I think one of the problems for that is the overpopulation of the planet. I think that's pretty much the easiest way to say it. Also, the whole globalization thingy works towards that, in my opinion. You can completely disagree with me. I'm okay with that. We can have a nice conversation in the comment sections about that as well. But yeah, I don't think it is possible to stop it.
Yes, Colonel.
Because yeah, people are. People don't like to be told what to do, basically. So if you follow any religion or church and you can't do that and you shouldn't be doing this, like I've been raised Catholic, so all of my family and my relatives are Christian Catholics, Roman Catholics, but I never really identified as this, and when I was in the army I basically changed to paganism. And yeah, what the church tells you to do and not to do. As an example, in Roman Catholic, before Easter, 40 days, there is a feasting time. So you should, as kids, we were always told you can't eat candy in this time. And so you have to kind of abstain from certain stuff you really like. So you do a fasting. And that was basically the time where I mostly ate sweets, because you weren't allowed to. So I guess that goes into the decline of morality. So I don't know if there would be any way to stop that. Next question is what I think about the Trump wall. Not much. My opinion, history is repeating itself. It didn't work in Germany, in Berlin. The Berlin Wall, it didn't work. I think they probably have to do something in the south border in America, if they really have that problem with illegal immigration. I don't know, I'm not an American, I don't live there, I don't follow it closely enough. But I think you should work, you should invest in better border patrols, probably upgrade your infrastructure and stuff, so it doesn't take forever to find out if somebody's illegal or not. Like upgrade to the IT, for example. I mean, I've seen it here in Switzerland. Border checkpoints. You have now the machine where you have to put your hand on to identify if the biometric data are saved in your passport, your fingerprints and stuff like that. Detected. So, therefore, I think they probably should invest in stuff like that instead of a wall. But, hey, what do I know? I'm not a politician, I have not studied university. So, there is that. I don't think the Trump wall influences the European views on refugees at all. Either you like it or you don't like it. It's probably harsh to say. So let's go. My opinion is, I do understand people that flee their country, their war-torn country. That, in my opinion, are refugees. But what I have a problem with, if I see refugees, for me, are elderly people, women and children. And I mean, okay, I lived and grew up in Switzerland, so it's probably harder for me to understand, but if I see able-bodied men fleeing their country, which are under war, that's kind of... I don't know. There should be a certain patriotism in you to defend your country. But that's just me. I mean, I understand if war would break out here in Switzerland, I would do everything to send my sister, my niece, and my mother to a safe place. But I personally would stay to defend Switzerland. If it is a civil war, I don't know, that's probably something completely different. Yeah, so therefore, that's all the different views on refugees you can have. Some people just don't like it. Oh, they're gonna get our jobs, and which in my opinion is not true, because they usually get the jobs nobody else wants to do in your country, like garbage man, or jobs you sell, or the Western European or the Europeans think themselves to be above. So if you don't have any immigrants or refugees, nobody would do those jobs. So there is merit to both views, but I don't think the Trump wall will influence the European view on it at all. I think the refugee question in Europe is pretty much set in. We hate them. We don't care. We want to bring everybody in, and that's just a thing that happens. And like I say, it probably has to do also with globalization again. What I do think about the right movements going towards extreme measures and the amount of people falling for those influences, well, like I said, it's with the Trump wall, it is history repeating itself. The same stuff happened in the early 30s, 1930s with the Nazi Party in Germany. It's just fear-mongering and basically preying on the weak. That sounds a bit rough, but yeah, it's in my opinion, history is repeating itself. This time not in Europe, this time it's repeating itself in America. So therefore, well, Europe is also going pretty right at the moment again. I understand that. But it is what it is. History repeating itself. And in my opinion, as long as we do not have like a threat from outside the Earth, like aliens or, I don't know, meteorite which would crash into us in a month or two, I don't think that's something that is solvable. I think if we would be under attack from the outside, let's say Martians, probably then the world could stay together and get their shit together, but as long as there is no threat from the outside, I don't think it will get better anytime soon. Sorry if that's a bit dark, but that's my opinion. Yeah, the podcast idea was your idea. I don't know if you're that inside. I'm not your secret dad. As far as I know, I do not have any children. Yeah, you want to have a roll call as Tanks Meme Son? Sure, but you renamed yourself in Discord as Bad Meme, so there you go. No question. Minecraft? No, I'm not planning to do any Minecraft. I jumped in and out of this game a couple of times the last 2 years again. I tried it out 2 years before I started my own YouTube channel by watching... I was watching a lot of Minecraft on Neeps Gaming. And... ooh, that looks interesting. Let's buy and install the game, and... it was just boring for me. I like to watch it. I also watch Scriptor's videos. But I just don't have the patience to do all that stuff up, and I don't know. I like how Achievement Hunter is doing it at the moment. They're just like digging around in the game basically. They have like there's certain goals they want to achieve, but everybody is doing a little bit of stuff, and you have the conversation like a podcasty thing in the background, and you just see Minecraft doing stuff around. And Scriptor is doing great work with this series, but it's too serious for me. I don't get joy out of that. So there won't be any Minecraft in any near future on my channel, I guess. For standing, what's my favorite tank? That's hard to say. I like the Leopard 2, or Leopard 2, which the Swiss and Germans are using. Which interesting thing is, the Swiss buy the German Leopard 2 and upgrade it with Swiss Technic, and then the Germans buy them back because they're more accurate, better tanks overall, which is cool. I do like the M1A Abrams, or M1A2 Abrams, I don't know which model is out yet. If we go back, Second World War times, like World of Tank games and stuff, I really like the M18 Hellcat. Just from the looks of it, I don't know, I like the name Hellcat. That's pretty cool. No question. Favorite beverage? Favorite alcoholic beverage? If we go beer, I really like Belgian beer. Hoegaarden Defruit. I can't pronounce it. We call it Hoegaarden here in Switzerland, or I call it with my friends. We call it Hoegaarden. Otherwise, I really enjoy a good whiskey with a cigar, with a couple of friends on a balcony, or in the summer when it's warm at the lake, like you do a barbecue on an open flame, an open fire. Then you have a cigar there and a good whiskey. Or I enjoy the occasional whiskey coke.
That's your target.
With a cheap, shitty whiskey, which you can't really enjoy without punching it with coke or with soda. But yeah, I would say those two are my better. Oh no, actually, if I could always choose, I probably would always go for meat. Honey liqueur, basically, or honey wine. It's meat. I love it. Yeah, I would say meat. Questions, fighting here.
Looks like you earned yourself another bounty. Well done.
Yep, that's okay. That's a discussion between you guys. That's okay. To bad memer about warbands, I'm waiting for the warbands 2, basically. I don't remember what name it is, but it was announced, or they had a trailer at the last E3, or at the one before, so I'm hoping this year, maybe next year, there will be the next warbands out. But yeah, I don't think I will jump into the old warband to do videos. I play it from time to time for fun, for myself still, but nah. I don't think I will be making videos on this one. Cool. That's okay. Niels, no, Switzerland is not gay. If Hellboy, the movie is decent, I really like the old two Hellboys. I haven't seen the newest one, so I can't tell you about that. But the old two I like. I like the actor who played Hellboy. His name is escaping me right now, but yeah, I really like that one. Question. Dutch, I'm definitely a winter person. I hated the heat in the summer. Well, to be correctly, I hate the heat in the summer in Switzerland. If I go somewhere abroad to the beach or something, I don't care about the heat. I actually prefer it if it's hot then. But here in Switzerland, it should not be as hot as it was the last few summers. In my opinion, 18 to 20 degrees would be more than enough during the summer in Switzerland. That's warm enough for short pants and t-shirt.
Being able to save some of our crops will be
and
vital.
especially where I work, I have to work in long pants and in a shirt with tie, and I just don't like it if it's too hot. So therefore, I was pretty happy that it was snowing all day, which is cool. Yesterday, by the way, it was Sunday. I'm doing this recording on a Monday, so just you guys, before the episode comes out. So the 3rd, hang on, no, today's the 6th. On the 5th it was snowing. The 5th of May it was snowing the whole day. It was cool. Bad Memer, I have settled on Tank Talks Tuesday because I don't know, I like it, and in the near future, when it has settled in and everybody knows what it is, I can shorten it to TTT. 3 times T, Tank Talks Tuesday. So that's why I'm going with this. Plus, it gives me a fixed day of the week I have to do this video. Otherwise, I will I do next week, or no, this week I don't do one, and I really want to have something again which comes out every week at the same time, because at the moment I'm really not that good with daily videos otherwise. So this one really forces me to do at least 1 video a week, and everything else could be set as bonus, so that's why we go with Tank Talks Tuesday. And yeah, like I just said, it's Monday, tomorrow is Tuesday, I'm just recording it now, then I have to edit it. I did slack off already after the first episode a little bit, which kind of sucks. And I really enjoy doing it and like doing stuff like this, so it kind of gives me a kick in the butt when I need it. So that's why we keep on with that. Dutch took the question how to deal with women. You will be the first one to know if I figured it out ever in my life. Yeah. And yeah, I answered those questions in chat already. Yeah, no, that's it. So that was basically the first questions and answers for Tank Talk Tuesdays with the new logo. I hope you guys like it. I really do. And basically, you could say that's the main thing. If I like it, you guys have to. But no, if you have any suggestions, you already gave me some good suggestions in chat, in Discord. But yeah, let me know in the comment sections. And I will also make a new intro and a new banner over time. But for now, the new logo, and I'm really happy with that. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Thank you for all your questions. Keep them coming. I may just answer 1 or 2 at the end of the episodes in the near future. But I thought for a second episode, that's a good idea to do questions and answers. So one more time, thanks for watching, thanks for participating, and see you next time. Bye, guys.